A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of diplomatic tensions, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced sanctions against India in an effort to pressure the nation to cease its involvement in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. This announcement was made by White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt during a press briefing on August 19, 2025. Leavitt emphasized that the president is keen on bringing an end to the conflict and is willing to take drastic measures to achieve that goal. The sanctions include a hefty 50% tariff on Indian exports to the U.S., with specific emphasis on a 25% tariff on India's purchases of Russian oil, which is set to take effect on August 27. The U.S. Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, has publicly accused India of profiteering from the war by reselling Russian oil, while notably sparing China from similar scrutiny. Bessent stated that India's oil imports from Russia have surged over 40% since the onset of the conflict, contrasting sharply with China's modest 3% increase. He pointed out that prior to the invasion, less than 1% of India's oil was sourced from Russia, highlighting the drastic shift in India's energy procurement strategy. This move by the U.S. has raised eyebrows in New Delhi, where officials are grappling with the implications of these sanctions. As India continues to navigate its foreign policy amidst the complex geopolitical landscape, the pressure from the U.S. raises questions about the future of India-U.S. relations. Analysts are divided, with some arguing that India must reassess its energy partnerships, while others contend that the U.S. is being hypocritical by not applying the same scrutiny to China. Bessent's remarks about India's arbitrage, the practice of buying oil at lower prices and reselling it, have sparked outrage among Indian officials, who argue that their energy needs must be met amidst a global crisis. The U.S. has long been an ally of India, but these recent sanctions may signal a turning point in their relationship. As both nations grapple with the fallout, the question remains: will India yield to American pressure or continue its current course? In the backdrop of this geopolitical turmoil, the implications for global oil markets are significant. With India being one of the largest consumers of oil, any disruption in its purchasing strategy could lead to fluctuations in oil prices worldwide. The sanctions may also lead to a re-evaluation of energy strategies not only in India, but across other nations that have been importing Russian oil. As the situation develops, it will be crucial to monitor how India responds to these sanctions. The government has indicated that it will continue to prioritize national interests, which may include maintaining energy security despite external pressures. The coming weeks will be critical in determining the trajectory of U.S.-India relations and the broader implications for international diplomacy surrounding the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In conclusion, the U.S. sanctions on India represent a bold and potentially destabilizing move in the context of global politics. As both countries navigate this challenging landscape, the outcomes will likely have lasting repercussions for their bilateral relationship and for the international community as a whole. Will India stand firm against U.S. pressure, or will it alter its course in response to these economic sanctions? Only time will tell as the world watches closely. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.